Sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world. Liberia, sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world.
Hey, are you bored during your weekend and looking for where to take away your boringness? Then your worries are over. Join Hard Talk Liberia this and every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time for the program The Hot Weekend Talk. On the Hot Weekend Talk, we discuss facts and not gossip. During this program, your host, Ambassador Konah Rufus, brings to you face to face the policy makers, opposition leaders, community leaders as they discuss those things that affect Mama Liberia. So make it your duty to join this fascinating and provocative discussion every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time, live only on Hot Talk Liberia, the institution that is bridging Liberia past, present, and future.
Sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world. Liberia, sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world.
Hey, are you bored during your weekend and looking for where to take away your boringness? Then your worries are over. Join Hard Talk Liberia this and every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time for the program The Hot Weekend Talk. On the Hot Weekend Talk, we discuss facts and not during this program, your host, Ambassador Konah Rufus, brings to you face to face the policy makers, opposition leaders, community leaders as they discuss those things that affect Mama Liberia. So make it your duty to join this fascinating and provocative discussion every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time, live only on Hot Talk Liberia, the institution that is bridging Liberia past, present, and future. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, however you are joining us. We'd like to say welcome, welcome, welcome to ADS, the program, the Hot Weekend Talk. And this program comes to you every Sunday at about this time. The time is uh, 7 minutes past 4 o'clock uh, from where I sit in Monrovia. So, like I said, welcome, welcome, wherever you are, however you are joining us. This is the program, the Hot Weekend Talk. And let me say, welcome. What I want you to do is to help me to share the live video, right? Yeah, as usual. As usual, just help me to share the live video. Just help me to share the live video because it's going to be a very, very much interactive, provocative, yeah, and a worth everyone being part of. So let me say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, however you are joining us. My name is Ambassador Konah Rufus. I am your usual host for this program, the Hot Weekend Talk. So today is the 22nd day of May, and the year remains 2022. So we are highly grateful to God for such an opportunity to be alive, right? Yeah, indeed. We have to be grateful to our God. Yeah. So to what are we talking about today? But before we go to our topic, before we bring you our topic, let's give you a few updates that happens during the week. Uh, our website address is right on the stream. So for more news, you can log on to www.hardtalkliberia.com. Right, that is our latest website, very classical website, and if it's not the best, but it is one of the best websites owned by a Liberian media institution. So you can follow us on hardtalkliberia.com, www.hardtalkliberia.com. Follow us on that particular platform, and you are going to get all of the latest news that happens in Liberia, Africa, and the rest of our one world. So all those headlines I'm about to give, you can find the details of those news right on our website. So one of the things that happened through the week is a woman 19, right, charged with murder for allegedly dropping her baby in an open well. A woman 19 charged with murder for allegedly dropping her baby in an open well. Yeah, this story came out, I think, day before yesterday from Nima County, Nima County, where a 19-year-old woman uh, allegedly dropped her baby into an open well. Yeah, so you can follow our website www.hardtalkliberia.com. You'll get the detail of this news. Why she threw the baby in the well and how did she manage all those things. Just follow our website. You're going to get the detail of that particular news. I will not take further action against Representative Yeke Kolba, says Public Works Minister designate. I will not take further action against Representative Yeke Kolba, says Public Work Minister designate. So during the week, uh, Public Work Minister designate Madam Ruth Coker Collins. She, the Ministry of Public Work, put out a release that Madam Coker Collins was going to take Representative Yeke Kolba to a court if he does not retract his statement made against her. At the beginning of this week, Representative Kolba was in the news where he accused uh, the Public Works Minister designate, Madam Rufus Collins, of having a love affair with the President of the Republic of Liberia. And he said some denigrating statement against the Public Works Minister designate, Madam Ruth Coker Collins. So after that particular statement made by Representative Yeke Kolba, the Public Works Ministry put out a release. They said the madam was going to take the representative to court if he does not retract his statement. But after 1 or 2 days, her office put out another release. They said they will not do anything against Representative Yeko, but they will not take him to court. Uh, they will just leave him as it is. So that's another story that is on our platform, hardtalkliberia.com. All right, www.hardtalkliberia.com. So you can log onto that. You will see that particular story and get all the latest information, the detail of it. LMP arrests alleged killer of 18-year-old murder victim in the industrial part of Ghana's LMP arrest alleged killer of 18-year-old murder victim in the industrial part of Ghana's. So yeah, Labrador National Police during the week they arrested uh, the alleged killer of the 18-year-old girl Fatou, the late Fatou, who died around the Ghana's area. Yeah, according to the information, the person who are involved into her killing was her boyfriend, a guy that was in a love affair. Both of them were in a love affair. So the detail of that news is also on our website. All right. So I'm just giving the headline. Go on our website. You will see the detail of those news. www.hardtalkliberia.com. So the Labrador National Police arrest the alleged killer of the 18-year-old murder victim in the industrial part of Ghana's. So when you go on our website, you get the detail of that particular news. Ireland and Liberia to establish military-to-military relations. Ireland and Liberia to establish military-to-military relations. That's another story that is on our website, where the Republic of Ireland and the Republic of Liberia uh, are about to enter into collaboration where both the militaries from Ireland and the armed forces of Liberia, they are going to enter into collaboration to work and especially in promoting peace in those various regions. So that's a very positive news there from the defense ministry. A very positive news there from the defense ministry. So these are just few topics I thought to bring you. So some of those latest news that happens during the week. Some of those latest news that happen during the week. But for more news, for more information, you can log on to www.hardtalkliberia.com. Log on to www.hardtalkliberia.com. For more news and for more information, you are going to get the latest. As I said, the latest. We bring you the latest as it unfolds. So, my name is Ambassador Konah Rufus, and the program is the Hot Weekend Talk. So, wherever you are, you can just help us to share the live video so that others will join to be part of the program. So, coming up today, our topic going to surround the GAC, the General Audit Commission. They have been in the news, the national, along with the National Road Fund, right? They have been in the news where the GSC conducted an audit on the National Road Fund, and it is alleged that the report says there were almost 25 million United States dollars that was unaccounted for, or that is unaccounted for. It was misappropriated. So that's our topic for this afternoon. We'll be talking about that particular report. And after the report came up, the Front Page Africa, they did a story concerning the report, and the National Road Fund, those guys at the National Road Fund, they brought out a press release. According to them, what Front Page Africa said, it was false and misleading. The person that wrote the story did not follow the ethics of journalism, according to according to the officials and national reform. But everything surrounding that particular audit, we're going to be talking about it right here on your favorite online platform, the Hard Talk Liberia. So my name is Ambassador Konah Rufus. I am your usual host on this particular program. Sorry, I'm not too okay, but we have to be here because this is what we love doing the best. This is what we said we wanted to do, so we have to do it. So let me take this very short break. When I come back, then we begin our discussion. Today we are not wasting any time. So as soon as I come back, we begin our discussion on the program, the Hot Weekend Talk. So just remain there, stick and stay there, do not go away. Remain right there.
Sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world. Liberia, sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world.
Hey, are you bored during your weekend and looking for where to take away your boringness? Then your worries are over. Join Hard Talk Liberia this and every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time for the program The Hot Weekend Talk. On the Hot Weekend Talk, we discuss facts and not gossip. During this program, your host, Ambassador Konah Rufus, brings to you face to face the policy makers, opposition leaders, community leaders as they discuss those things that affect Mama Liberia. So make it your duty to join this fascinating and provocative discussion every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time, live only on Hot Talk Liberia, the institution that is bridging Liberia past, present, and future.
Sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world. Liberia, sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world.
Hey, are you bored during your weekend and looking for where to take away your boringness? Then your worries are over. Join Hard Talk Liberia this and every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time for the program The Hot Weekend Talk. On the Hot Weekend Talk, we discuss facts and not gossip. During this program, your host, Ambassador Konah Rufus, brings to face the policy makers, opposition leaders, community leaders as they discuss those things that affect Mama Liberia. So make it your duty to join this fascinating and provocative discussion every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time, live only on Hot Talk Liberia, the institution that is preaching Liberia.
So welcome again. We are the institution that is preaching Liberia, Liberia past, Liberia present, and Liberia future. So my name is Ambassador Konah Rufus. Welcome to the program, The Hot Weekend Talk. As I said today, our discussion will be centered in the GAC audit report at the National Road Fund. So when you are getting me, when the audit is okay, just let me know. If the rain is falling around the Kingsfield belt, the rain is falling heavy here. So when the audio is not okay, just let me know, please. Those of you that are watching, when the audio is not okay, you just let me know. Yeah, you just let me know, please. When the audio is not okay, just let me know, please. So let us try to begin our discussion. Let us begin our discussion from this way. So that is the release from the National Growth Fund, right? That is the release. So we're gonna read the release bit by bit. We're gonna take our time to read this press release from them. After that, the former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, Mr. Joseph Newman Braka, Honorable Joseph Newman Braka, he also released a statement concerning the report from the GAC. So we are also going to read the statement from Honorable Joseph Braka. Then we tell you our point, we give our points from the entire scenario that has to do with the issue of the growth fund. So let us take our time to read this particular release. The National Growth Fund of Liberia says it is deeply troubled by what it refers to as a misleading and unprofessional story published by the Front Page Africa in its May 17, 2022 edition. Banner story caption: several millions diverted at National Road Fund. The National Road Fund, in a statement issued in Monrovia, mentioned that the General Auditing Commission (GAC) issued an unqualified opinion with emphasis of matter relating to receivables due from petroleum importers, which cannot constitute to any amount of fraud, waste, and abuse at the entity. Coming folks, let me bring you this other part of the release. Let me bring you this other part of the release. Okay, let me do this quick. As a per certified public accounting standards, An unqualified opinion is an audit report that has been issued with no reservation regarding the state of an audit client's financial statements, and that the auditor followed a standard opinion format to state that the financial statements are a fair representation of the financial results and condition of a client in accordance with the applicable accounting framework, the statement explained. The NRF noted that a financial or audit report requires empirically interpretation and comprehension, and as such, it is prudent for the writer to widen his scope of understanding of the content of the report by reaching out to the GSE for authoritative interpretation. The statement mentioned that the GSE's opinion is a legacy issue prior to the operationalization of the National Road Fund Office in Liberia on May 1, 2018. Coming folks, we'll read it bit by bit. The GSE, in its audit report, noted that millions of dollars. Oh my God. Okay. The GSE, in its audit report, noted that millions of dollars of fuel levies paid by motorists for the maintenance and rehabilitation of roads in Liberia to importers are not being remitted to the Road Fund account as required by the National Road Fund Act, creating the National Road Fund. All expenditure has been fully accounted for, and the GAC further highlighted in its audited report constant violation of the act that created the National Road Fund. The Liberia Revenue Authority collected 53,018,871.54 covering the period of July 1, 2018 to June 30, 2020, and deposited the money in the Government of Liberia Consolidated Fund account instead of the National Road Fund. Instead of the National Road Fund escrow account as required by the Road Fund Act, NRF statement said. Continuing, it explained that the Consolidated Fund account is the government general revenue account that is controlled by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. Folks, please just bear with me. We are getting somewhere gradually. Okay, I think this is the last page we are going to read for this release from the NRF. It's out of the US 53 million $18,871.54 collected. The statement said the amount of $28,152,231 was remitted to the National Road Fund escrow account, thereby leaving an unremitted amount of $24,866,000 $637.54. In the fiscal year 2019-2020, the GAC observed that the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning withheld the total amount of $7 million from the petroleum levy fees collected as National Road Fund support to the national budget as a result of the consultative agreement between our international partners, including the International Monetary Fund and World Bank, and also because of economic constraint due to COVID-19 pandemics. This light is like shining my eye. The management of the National Road Fund indicated to the GAC that the amount was requested by the Ministry of Finance and Development to assist the government meet its payroll obligation, the statement noted. The statement, the report says the program objective of the National Road Fund will not be met with funds intended for road works to use for a purpose not intended in a letter addressed to the National Road Fund of Liberia. So, yeah, we stop there. We stop there. Now, from what we just read, from what we just read, the authority of the National Road Fund is saying that indeed they collected the amount of 53 million 18,054 cents United States dollars. They generated that particular money, or the Liberia Revenue Authority generated that particular money that's supposed to go to the National Road Fund account, but instead they took it and they sent it to the national account of the country, the National Consolidated Account. That particular account is the account that is used by the government to run the day-to-day activities of the country. So the Road Fund Act says those money collected for the National Road Fund, it should not be placed in that particular account, but rather it should be placed in the Road Fund account so that it will only serve the purpose of the National Road Fund. But in this case, it did not happen that way. They took the more than 53 million and sent it into the National Consolidated Account, which is headed by the Ministry of Finance, which is controlled by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. Now, the National Road Fund also agreed in their own statement that out of the 53 million, they got the Ministry of Finance sent back to them, all right, 24 million plus. Let me be exact on the FQ, folks. Let me be exact on the FQ. Sorry, let me be exact on the figures. This, no, this not. I want to be very much exact. I want to be very, very much exact. Okay, very good, very good. They say out of the 53 million 18,871 dollars with the full cent that were collected, according to them, 28,152,231 dollars was remitted to the National Road Fund escrow account. Not me saying it, the National Road Fund. This statement is on their official Facebook page of the National Road Fund. According to them, they collected 53,018,871.54. That's what they collected, or the Liberia Revenue Authority collected. Instead of the Liberia Revenue sending this money into the National Road Fund escrow account, rather they send it into the National Consolidated account. They send it into the National Consolidated account, which is solely and fully controlled by the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning. Now, out of the 53 million, more than 53 million that was remitted into that, I was sent into that account, 28,152,231 was remitted to the National Road Fund escrow account. So, leaving the unremitted amount of 24,866,637.54. That's why was not remitted. That is what I was unremitted. According to the National Road Fund. So they agree with the public. They also agree with Front-Page Africa. So I've been thinking, right? I've been thinking, what were they trying to say? What were they trying to say in this particular release? Because you guys are agreeing that more than 24 million, right, was not remitted to the extra account of the National Road Fund. More than 24 million is unaccounted for. More than 24 million is in missing action. More than 24 million. So what are you guys denying now? Why you guys wrote the particular press release? Oh, I've been trying to understand, right? Is it because the Front-Page Africa said it happens at the National Road Fund? Oh, okay, they're supposed to say probably it happened at the Ministry of Finance because the money was sent directly to the Ministry of Finance, right? That's the same corruption. That's the same corruption. Money unaccounted for, misappropriation, that's the same. That is the same. The money was misappropriated. The money was misappropriated. So let me bring you the former vice president of Liberia statement. I did a screenshot from our website. Let me begin it from right here. It says, former VP Boaka expresses concern over the outcome of GSC audit at NRF, which is the National Road Fund. Once we are to immediately get to the bottom of the allegation. The former vice president of Liberia and political leader of the opposition United Party has expressed concern over the outcome of an audit conducted on the account of the National Road Fund by the General Audit Commission covering 2 fiscal years, July 1, 2018 to June 30, 2022. The audit revealed that nearly $25 million is unaccounted for. In a social media post issued Thursday, the 19th of May 2022, the former VP is quoted as saying, I am deeply concerned about the outcome of an audit conducted on the account of the National Road Fund by the General Audit Commission covering 2 fiscal years, July 1, 2018 to June 30, 2022. The audit has revealed that nearly 25 million US dollar is unaccounted for. According to him, in the GSC report, According to him, the JC reports revealed that the Liberia Revenue Authority collected over 53 million within the period under review and deposited the amount in the consolidated fund account instead of the National Road Fund account, which he said is a total violation of the Act of 2016 establishing the National Road Fund. We are, we are getting efforts. He also stated that we as administration has to tell Liberians what happened to the US 24,836,637.54 that was not remitted. Noting that the GSC report indicates that of the US 53 million, the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning remitted only $28,152,231 to the National Road Fund. Good. So let's stop here, folks. Let's stop here. So, almost the same thing the National Road Fund said in their release that I read earlier, right? That's the same thing the statement from former Vice President Joseph Newman Barker. That's the same thing he said. They collected more than 53 million, but they remitted 28 million, little over 28 million to the National Road Fund. So almost 25 million United States dollars is unaccounted for. It's unaccounted for. So now, the question here is, who placed it into the National Consolidated Account? That's the question we should be asking. If someone did it, if the LRA, because definitely the Liberia Revenue Authority, they collected that particular money, right? They placed it into the National Consolidated Account. So who gave them the go-ahead to put it there? It's illegal for them to collect the National Road Fund and put it into the National Consolidated Account. It's illegal. Do they have any legal right in doing that? These are questions that need answer. These are questions that need answer for the public. And the answer is no. The first thing, the Liberia Revenue Authority collected the more than 53 million United States dollars intended for the National Road Fund. So what they needed to do was to remit a particular fund, all of the more than 53 million, into the account of the National Road Fund. It needed to be remitted into the National Road Fund account. But instead, they took it and placed it into the National Consolidated Account. They placed it into the National Consolidated Account, which is wrong. It is illegal. It's not just wrong, but it is illegal. Because every institution that is established, they are established under the law, how they should operate. So the National Road Fund should operate under their own law. The law says those monies, when collected, it should be placed into the National Road Fund account. But instead, the Revenue Authority went and placed that money into the National Consolidated Account. So you know why? The head of the Liberal Revenue Authority should be the one answering question by now. He should be answering question because it is broad day corruption. Oh yes, that's the thing. That is the same reason why former defense minister, all right, the former defense minister Bernie J. Samiga did not hold his position as a senator of Lofa County. That's the same reason because of misappropriation. The reason why the money was intended for, it was not used for that particular reason. That is the reason. That's the same reason. And those people at the Ministry of Finance, the likes of Mr. Samuel Toure, right? You should be answering question also. Because he cannot tell me that he was not in the know. He was not in the know that this national road fund was being placed into the consolidated account. He's in the know. Every money that enters the national consolidated account, he should be in the know. He should be in the know. So when anything happens, when anything negative happens, he should be held responsible too. So Mr. Samuel Toure, the head of the Liberal Revenue Authority, Mr. Thomas Dona, they should be held responsible. They know what they were on. They know what they were on. These are people that we expected them to know their function. Sure. If they never knew, it is no one business. That's the reason why when they were placed there, they should have read enough. So when you are not aware, innocent of the law is no excuse. People are saying probably at that time they just enter office, the legs of Mr. Thomas Dona, probably he never knew. Oh yeah, but it's no excuse. Innocent of the law is no excuse. It's no excuse. They should answer question. Where is the balance for 24 million plus? The librarian need to know. What happens to the people money? What happens to that 24 million plus? Samuel Toure, Thomas Dona, they need to answer. Because it was intended for national road fund. So if it was diverted to another thing or another project, then it's misappropriation. And misappropriation is a corruption. If you are found into misappropriating the public fund, definitely you should be held accountable and you should be prosecuted. So the legs of Mr. Samuel Toure, the legs of Thomas Dona, they should be held responsible. But now they should be answering questions. There should be ongoing prosecution. They have to. They have to. They have to. They have to answer question, folks. Because you know why? That's public fund. People are paying for it. We are paying for it. The citizens of this country, they are paying for it. They are paying their money. And the reason why it is paid for it should be done on that particular purpose. It should not be diverted. It should not be diverted. Some folks are not too well. That's the reason why it's me and shipping out like this. I'm not too well. But this issue of corruption in our country is bad. It is causing this country to keep being into poverty. Let me take this very short break and be right back. We'll continue our discussion.
We prophesy to you, you will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Hear the word. Liberia, sweet land of liberty. We prophesy to you, you will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Hear the word.
Hey, are you bored during your weekend and looking for where to take away your boringness? Then your worries are over. Join Hard Talk Liberia this and every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time for the program The Hot Weekend Talk. On the Hot Weekend Talk, we discuss facts and not gossip. During this program, your host, Ambassador Konah Rufus, brings to you face to face the policy makers, opposition leaders, community leaders as they discuss those things that affect Mama Liberia. So make it your duty to join this fascinating and provocative discussion every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Liberian time, live only on Hot Talk Liberia, the institution that is bridging Liberia past, present, and future.
Sweet land of liberty. We prophesy to you, you will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Hear the word. Liberia, sweet land of liberty. We prophesy to you, you will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Hear the word.
Hey, are you bored during your weekend and looking for where to take away your boringness? Then your worries are over. Join Hard Talk Liberia This and every Sunday at 16 o'clock GMT or 4 o'clock PM Labyrinth time for the program The Hot Weekend Talk. On the Hot Weekend Talk, we discuss facts and not gossip. During this program, your host, Ambassador Konah Rufus, brings to you face to face the policy makers, opposition leaders, community leaders as they
Sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world, Liberia.
So sorry, folks. Wow. I did not unmute myself. Those things I was saying is bad. So yeah, so for but what we were saying, all of those things we were saying when we were muted, we are calling on the government. Mr. Samuel Twe, Mr. Thomas Dona, they need to be prosecuted. They need to be prosecuted. That's all. They need to be prosecuted because you know why? This is misappropriation. It's misappropriation. So they misappropriate their labourable money and they need to account for it. So I've been here. My name is Ambassador Konah Rufus. Sorry, all those things I was saying, I was on mute and I did not take note of it. So I'm very, very much sorry. But Ambassador Konah Rufus, I've been here on the program, the Hot Weekend Talk. And do join us every Sunday at 4 o'clock p.m. or 16 o'clock GMT for another splendid edition of the program, The Hot Weekend Talk. Or better still, you can join us on Thursday for our sister program, The Society and You. On the Society and You, we discuss everything that matters when it comes to the society, everything that matters. We discuss it as it relates to the society. So do join us every Sunday for the program, The Hot Weekend Talk, and join us every Thursday for the program Society and You. The Hot Talk Liberia, we are coming with other programs. Other program, like some program that will benefit you, some program to educate you, right? They'll come out with business program. Yeah, to coach business, you have a business coach who will be coaching you as it relates to some of you that want to do business. So keep following us, keep following Heart All About. We are coming way forth. And this is shout out to our CEO, Mr. Evi Ducle. Yeah, he is the brain behind all of these things. My name is Ambassador Konah Rufus. I've been here giving you this program. Bye bye from my end.
Sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine, you will prosper in Africa. Yeah, the world, Liberia. Sweet land of liberty, we prophesy to you. You will rise, you will shine.